All right, I'd like to do an example of finding the inverse of a function. Before we do that, let's review the procedure for doing so. So to find the inverse of a function, the first thing to do is replace the function, might not be f, but whatever it is, with y, and the only reason we do that is because it's easier to work with a single variable y than this whole f of x thing. Then we switch the roles of x and y, and then solve for y, and then once we've done that, we will have our inverse function. All right, so let's do that with this function over here. We want to find the inverse function for f of x equals negative x to the 7th minus 9 all over 4. All right, so the first thing we do is we're going to take f of x and replace it with y. So y equals negative x to the 7th minus 9 over 4. Now we switch the roles of x and y, so the y becomes an x and the x becomes a y. All right, and now we solve for y. So let's see. So the y is in here. It's being raised to the 7th power. Take its opposite, subtract 9, we divide the whole thing by 4. So we need to get rid of this divide by 4. We can do that by multiplying both sides by 4. So we have 4x equals negative y to the 7th minus 9. Now we can add 9 to both sides. That gives us 4x plus 9 equals negative y to the 7th. We can multiply both sides by negative 1. So we have negative 4x minus 9 equals y to the 7th. And then to get y by itself, we'll just take the 7th root of both sides. So 7th root of negative 4x minus 9 equals y. And now we have y by itself. Last step is to replace that with f inverse. So f inverse is the 7th root of negative 4x minus 9.